Welcome back to Molecules Matter with Dr. Dan, the podcast where we break down how the smallest molecules in your food create the biggest changes in your body. Because remember, new molecules leads to new signals, leads to new cellular outcomes, which leads to a new you. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and honestly most misunderstood superfoods out there, and that's spirulina. It's green, it's earthy, it looks like something you'd skim off the top of a pond. But at the molecular level, it's one of the most biologically active substances you can put into your body. And today, we're not just talking hype. We're walking through what the peer-reviewed scientific literature actually says about spirulina and its effects on inflammation, metabolism, cardiovascular health, immune function, and even cellular aging. What makes spirulina unique is its molecular density. Gram for gram, it contains high-quality plant protein, which includes all essential amino acids. It contains phycocyanin, a potent antioxidant pigment, chlorophyll, essential fatty acids like gamma-linolenic acid, and vitamins and minerals, including iron and B vitamins. But here's the key idea. Spirulina is not powerful because of calories. It's powerful because of molecular signaling. Let's start with the star molecule, phycocyanin. This blue pigment isn't just for color. It's a bioactive compound that interacts with oxidative stress pathways in your body. In simple terms, your body constantly produces reactive oxygen species, or ROS, which we sometimes refer to as ROS. Too many ROS equals cellular damage, inflammation, and aging. Phycocyanin helps to neutralize ROS, reduce oxidative stress, and modulate inflammatory signaling pathways. This is important because chronic inflammation is at the root of heart disease, metabolic syndrome, neurodegeneration, and aging. A 2026 systematic review and meta-analysis of randomized clinical trials found that spirulina supplementation significantly reduced C-reactive protein, CRP, which is a key marker of systemic inflammation. So what does that mean? Spirulina is not just nutritious, it actively turns down the inflammatory dial in your body. Now, let's move into cardiovascular health, one of the strongest areas of evidence for spirulina. A 2025 meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials showed that spirulina supplementation improves multiple cardiovascular markers, including reduction in LDL or bad cholesterol, increase in HDL or good cholesterol, and lower triglycerides. These changes matter because they directly impact atherosclerosis, which is the buildup of plaque in your arteries. But it doesn't stop there. Another systematic review found that spirulina significantly reduces blood pressure in adults. Mechanistically, this likely involves increased nitric oxide production, which leads to improved blood vessel relaxation, reduced oxidative stress in vascular tissue, and anti-inflammatory effects on endothelial cells. There's also emerging evidence that combining spirulina with high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, produces a synergistic effect, further improving lipid profiles and inflammatory markers in individuals with obesity. So if you're doing a HIIT workout, you should be taking spirulina. So now you've got a compound that improves cholesterol, lowers blood pressure, and reduces inflammation. That's a triple hit against cardiovascular disease. Let's talk metabolism. A systematic review and meta-analysis published in Complementary Therapies in Medicine found that spirulina supplementation leads to significant reduction in body weight and fat mass. Why? There are a few likely mechanisms. Mechanism number one is appetite regulation. Spirulina may influence satiety hormones, helping reduce caloric intake. Mechanism number two is improved insulin sensitivity. Another meta-analysis showed that spirulina improves glycemic control in individuals with metabolic syndrome. And mechanism number three of how spirulina can lead to a reduction in body weight and fat mass is reduced inflammation. Inflammation interferes with metabolic signaling, So lowering inflammation improves efficiency. Think of it like this. Your metabolism is a network of signals, and spirulina helps clean up the signal interference. Now, let's step into more advanced territory. A 2025 study investigated spirulina's effect on A549 lung cancer cells, a common model used in cancer research. The results showed that spirulina extracts inhibited cancer cell proliferation and induced apoptosis, which is programmed cell death. This suggests that compounds in spirulina may interfere with cancer cell survival pathways. Now, let's be clear. This is in vitro data, meaning it's in a lab, not in humans. But it tells us something very important. Spirulina contains molecules that can directly interact with abnormal cell growth pathways. And that's exactly how many pharmaceuticals begin, by identifying bioactive compounds that influence cellular behavior. Your immune system is constantly balancing between fighting threats and avoiding overreaction. Spirulina appears to support this balance. A 2024 systematic review examined spirulina's antiviral effects in individuals with HIV and hepatitis C. The findings suggest spirulina enhances immune cell activity, it may reduce viral load markers, and it supports overall immune resilience. This is likely due to polysaccharides that stimulate immune signaling, antioxidants in spirulina that protect immune cells, and anti-inflammatory compounds that prevent immune exhaustion. So, rather than boosting the immune system in a vague way, spirulina helps optimize immune function at the molecular level. So if immune health is important to you, if it's an important need state, then taking spirulina several times a week is a really good thing to do. Now, let's talk aging. A 2025 study explored the effects of a spirulina extract on skin health and found that spirulina improved skin elasticity, reduced oxidative damage, and enhanced cellular protection. This ties back to the same core mechanisms of antioxidant activity, reduced inflammation, and protection against environmental stressors. Think of aging as accumulated molecular damage over time. That's a good definition of aging at the cellular level. Spirulina helps slow the aging process by neutralizing damage and supporting repair pathways. Now let's talk about liver protection and detoxification. Your liver is your body's primary detox organ, and spirulina appears to support it. A 2025 study on functional foods enriched with spirulina showed hepatoprotective effects, meaning it helps protect liver cells from damage. This likely involves the following pathways: antioxidant defense systems, reduced lipid peroxidation, and improved cellular resilience. Now, in simple terms, spirulina helps your liver do its job better. Now let's put it all together and zoom out. Across multiple meta-analyses and clinical trials, spirulina consistently shows benefits in inflammation reduction, cardiovascular health, metabolic regulation, immune support, and cellular protection. And all of this comes back to one core idea: molecules drive outcomes. Let me say that again. Molecules drive outcomes. Spirulina is a dense package of molecules that signal your genes, modulate your pathways, and improve your cellular environment. How to use spirulina? Well, based on the scientific literature and practical use, a simple effective dose of spirulina is about 1 rounded teaspoon per day, taken 3 to 4 times per week. You can mix it into smoothies, water with lemon, yogurt, and there's a lot of other things that you can try. Find something that works for you, because consistency matters more than perfection. Spirulina is one of the clearest examples of how something simple in nature can have profound biological effects. Not because of magic, but because of chemistry. Because at the end of the day, your body doesn't understand superfoods. Superfoods is a marketing term given by us humans. Your body understands molecules. And that's what spirulina does. It provides large amounts of beautiful, powerful molecules. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow the podcast, share it with someone who's into health and science, and check out the references to go deeper into the research. And as always, molecules matter. Thank you.